Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Do I look well rested? I should, because we're finally sleeping. Today I'm going to tell you all about how I got my baby to start sleeping. Before we get started, you're going to need to know 4 things about baby sleep. Number 1, you need a routine. Number 2, your baby is going to cry. Number 3, you may cry. And number 4, it's going to take a little bit of time. So for us, every single baby is different. I want to start the video by saying not every baby is the same. Each baby has their own personality, likes, dislikes. So every baby is different. A Sleep Sense book that we read had specific requirements on age and weight before you try any methods where you're teaching your baby how to self-soothe. So be sure that you make reference to those age and weight requirements before you try any of these techniques at home. Our baby is 6 months old and he had not slept completely through the night since birth. So want to say that up front before we get started. So number 1, the routine. This is so important. We read the book Sleep Sense is what it's called, and it's all about establishing a routine so that the baby can associate everything with sleep. So our routine is bath time, book, then we bath time, book, bottle, and then bed. And we read the same book every night. He loves Little Kitten. If you've seen my favorites video, you've seen that. And we sing the same song so he can associate everything with bedtime. So we sing the same bedtime song, and that is super, super important because all of those things are helping him associate that time of day with it's time to go to bed. Number 2. Baby is going to cry. So the method we used is the one from the Sleep Sense book where we would lay him down for bed, drowsy but not asleep. Personally, I think every baby is different, so if you want to lay them down asleep, that's fine. The thing is you want to make sure they see that they're in their room so that when they wake up, as they will throughout the night, they can see they're in their room but they still feel safe and not scared. Okay, so once you lay them down in their bed and they are sleeping or drowsy, you would walk out of the room and then you allow them to fuss or cry for 5 minutes. Then you go back in, you pat them, or the book says to not touch them, but I couldn't even bear that. So I would pat his chest and say, "Mommy's here, it's okay." And you stay in there for no more than 30 seconds and then you walk out. Then you wait 10 more minutes if they're fussing or crying and go back in and do the same thing, 30 seconds. And then the book suggests 15 minutes for the third interval, but that felt like too long to me, so we just stuck with 10. So every 10 minutes, and the very first night, it took us an hour to get him to go to sleep. But that was the first night, and it says that it could take a little bit of time to do that, so we just stuck with it. And what I can tell you is he has been sleeping. I mean, this kid didn't sleep at all, guys, just so you know. So like every 2 hours he was awake. And he has been sleeping from 7 to 6 every night for the past 4 nights. So I don't want to jinx it, but you can tell right offhand that he's getting used to the routine and he's getting used to soothing himself. So in his crib, he has a couple of soothing facilitators, if you will. One of them is this little lovey by Aiden and I, and it's a little bamboo lovey that he kind of like scrunches and he enjoys. He used to use a pacifier. We don't use the pacifier because he can't pop it back in his mouth if it falls out. So it does us no good because as soon as he spits it out, he cries and gets upset. So pacifier is gone, and he uses the lovey to kind of soothe himself. And the whole goal of sleep training, if you will, is to teach them how to self-soothe. So you have to be patient. While the first night was taking place and he was crying and I was freaking out, sitting on the couch, like counting down the minutes to when I could go back in and soothe him. I just kept reminding myself that he is fed, that he's happy, he's comfortable, he's just learning how to teach himself how to fall back to sleep. That's a critical skill to learn, just like anything else is. So if you are a sleepy parent like I was and you are desperate for solutions, I would recommend giving this one a try. You can tweak little pieces of it to be better for you, to like kind of meet your needs. And like I said, every baby's different. I will stop yakking, but I just wanted to share an update on how we got our baby to sleep and what worked well. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe and stay a while so you don't miss our next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!